with the Flash running its course, all I can say is, thank God the DCEU is finally done! They had no idea what to do with it, it was one of the worst franchises of all. Sorry about that. In case you haven't read the title, I wasn't a big fan of the DCEU. Last year, since I did a video on why I didn't care for the MCU anymore, I figured that I had a bone to pick with the DCEU. Because on paper, it was a good idea to compete with Marvel, but the execution?
Man, my toes hurt.
Yeah, this universe sucked. While it had 3 actually good movies, the rest of them were complete messes with bland stories, some miscast roles, cheesy VFX, and summing up stuff that just went nowhere. It was basically made to cash in on the MCU while completely missing the point of what made it work. The MCU had a large story to tell leading up to Infinity War and Endgame. It took 5 movies to lead up to the Avengers, 4 movies to Age of Ultron, and 7 movies to Infinity War. Now, answer me this, viewer. How many movies did it take for the DCU to lead to a big crossover? 1. Just 1. It was Man of Steel that led to Batman v Superman. One Superman movie led to a big crossover with Batman, Wonder Woman, and it led up to Justice League. And what did DC plan for the universe after Justice League?
I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far.
After Justice League, it was all downhill from there. They basically had no idea what to do next. And that's what led James Gunn to take over DC and completely reset the universe because it was a mess! Also, what was the point of making Justice League without introducing the rest of the team? That's what made the Avengers work, because it had movies leading up to it to introduce you to the characters. Here, they only introduced one superhero, and pretty much just put the rest of them in without giving them a movie. Well, besides Wonder Woman. The fact they released Aquaman after Justice League speaks volumes. So, here's my critique on the DCEU films. Man of Steel, good film on its own, but disappointing as a Superman movie. Batman v Superman,
Find them. Save Martha.
Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, amazing. Justice League,
My toes hurt.
Aquaman, to be honest, I forgot they made this. I just completely forgot about the plot. Shazam, another really fun origin story. Birds of Prey kinda gets worse the more I think about this film. And that's it. I pretty much didn't see anything else besides the Snyder Cut and the Suicide Squad going forward. Much like the MCU, I gave up on the DCEU even though it had a schedule that was tame compared to the MCU recently. The DCEU started off fine, but it kept getting worse in terms of quality. And honestly baffles me that they managed to put out 3 good movies. 3! Compared to the MCU, which has more great films than bad ones, Wonder Woman, Shazam, and the Suicide Squad were really good films that also work as standalone films. I surprisingly enjoyed the Snyder Cut despite its issues. Peacemaker was way better than the majority of the MCU TV shows. I wish I could say the same for the rest. Hopefully with James Gunn's DC Universe on the way, it will be accessible, have standalone films, good casting choices, and by God, hopefully Margot Robbie still Harley Quinn, because she was easily the best character. And hopefully, the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker are part of this universe as well, because those were his stories. Blue Beetle still looks promising as well. Superman Legacy still sounds like it might be the best Superman film of all time. Aquaman still... Okay, I went too far. But the majority's releases sound promising. James Gunn, I bid you good luck in your universe. Hopefully it will be better than the mess that was the DCEU. I think we can all agree that the DCEU was a good idea on paper, but it could have been better. So what do you guys think of the DCEU? You think it could have been better, or did you actually like it? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.